In 1996, Scholastic began publishing Animorphs. Over the next 6 years, Katherine Applegate and her husband, Michael Grant, under the pseudonym K.A. Applegate, produced 54 main series books, several spin-offs, and inspired a TV series, graphic novels, and a cult following. We can't tell you where we live. We can't even tell you our last names. But we can tell you our thoughts and feelings on this series, book by book. I'm Miranda.
I'm Eddie.
And I'm Chris.
And we are... the Anidorks.
These may be kids' books, but we discuss dark themes and mature content. There may also be some explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, God.
I'm going to need my notes for this one.
I should have been thinking about my 3-sentence summary all day, and I haven't been.
You know what? It wouldn't have helped. It wouldn't have helped.
You're right.
Because this book hurt too much. This book was like the first two books. Allow me to give a metaphor.
Okay.
I really hate this metaphor, but actually the more I'm thinking about it, the more I can't stop myself from sharing it.
All right.
Which is, it really felt like plot stipation. I was like, there is a blockage inside me that needs to clear.
You know it's going to happen, too.
You know it's going to happen.
It's there.
And then this was everything I had been praying for a month.
You're saying all of the events of this book are what you had been praying for?
The release of the plot actually developing was so big, and it just felt as monumental as some BMs I've had in my life.
Do you know what? I am worried about one person in particular who I think literally and figuratively gets hit by this trilogy like a bus.
Sadler?
Yeah.
Is it Sadler?
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's like, what a character.
He was just
brutalized. Yeah.
I want to say,
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting way ahead of ourselves, but I do want to say, just from the jump, I was genuinely gobsmacked. By the Sadler situation.
So was
Sadler
he.
situation. Yeah. By the way, we should only talk about the Sadler situation when we're in our Sadler situation room.
Yes.
And we should have a little Eddie can make a siren noise we need to get into the Sadler. Yeah, there we go.
We're getting an update on the Sadler situation.
Everybody get into the Sadler situation.
I don't think there is an update to be had. I don't think we're ever going to hear about this young lad ever again. I think
you're right. It was just to get Jake's parents out of the house. There was no other.
You guys, I gotta be real though. I don't think we should do these episodes. I don't think there is joy to be had in this book. I don't think there is anything good that has come from this. And I think we should, I all day was we're gonna have to do book 22. Yeah. Here it is. This is it. It's gonna hurt.
I had to immediately vent my feelings about this to someone, to a friend. I was like, hey, can I tell you about book 22?
Oh, see, I couldn't bring myself to do it with a friend. I did it to a coworker.
I haven't talked to anyone about it yet. So I'm still in the constipation state, I think.
Well, let's get you some milk and magnesia and let's get cooking.
Should we try to summarize?
Yeah, let's do it. Who's which? Oh,
I'm
Miranda,
3,
you get
unfortunately.
I only get 1?
Yeah.
All right. Take it away.
Fuck.
Fuck is a good first sentence.
Yeah.
You could just do fuck, period. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's strong.
Fuck.
Powerful.
We, period, are, period, fucked. Period. No. In the wake of Tobias's apparent murder, Rachel is summoned for her known propensity for violence. Period. She will spend much of this book contemplating what that propensity for violence means. Period. In the end, we will not get an answer to the age-old question, if you give a mouse a cookie.
Very good. Very good. All right, Ed, you're up.
Okay, just before I go, are we sure that David's not on the line?
He could be listening
If you're telling, yeah, okay, how could we know?
Well, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my 2-sentence summary, but you two just like thought speak to me what I should say.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful David nearly succeeds in his horror movie-like massacre of those dastardly Animorphs.
Yeah, but in a real cool way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heroic.
Like a good guy horror
brave,
movie.
yes.
Yeah.
Leading Rachel to reflect on her terrible capacity for violence against innocence.
Yeah, it's definitely a growth area for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is Cousin Sadler?
I love my new Cousin Sadler.
Parentheses, probably fine. Probably safe and sound somewhere.
Oh my god, I kind of just want to go with I love my new Cousin Sadler. like that might just be my sentence.
It doesn't not work.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what am I going to say for my sentence? Oh, I got it. Be the changeling you want to see in the world.
Aww.
Okay. Yeah.
You also could have done, no!
Also an acceptable answer.
Look, we actually had so many sentence summaries that we could have done.
Yeah, that went pretty good. Yeah. And how many sentences did it take, K.A.?
Too many. 3 books of sentences.
3 whole books.
So what would that be? That would be 6 sentences per book from us. So that's 18. Is that right?
Yeah.
18 sentences. We managed to comprise the whole series.
Yes.
Yeah.
The whole trilogy.
Well, the trilogy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's do it. I'm going to start this timer.
Yeah, dive right in.
We just got to rip the Band-Aid off. Maybe we should wait 20 more minutes. Maybe we should have 20 more minutes of dead air before. Just let's take a moment of silence.
For whom?
For the books. Let's give it a moment here. All right, that did it for me.
Okay, as long as you're ready.
All right, chapters 1 through 3. Let's begin. Book 22 opens with Rachel dreaming that she is an elephant trying on dresses in a department store, only all of the dresses are too small. Gotta go to an elephant department store, Rachel. Yeah. Jeez. She wakes up to Northern Harrier Axe entering through her bedroom window. He catches Rachel up on last book's ending, that taxing discharge of a human being, David, is a fucking traitor. David, I don't know why I tried to not say fucking just there, as though I'm not allowed to swear. David believes that he may have murdered Tobias. Rachel morphs into an owl. Out of rage! She knows what she'll do to turncloak David if he killed Tobias. Jake knows what Rachel will do too. Why else would he have sent for her? Popcorn Miranda.
Owl Rachel and Harrier Axe search for any sign of where Jake and that sentient enema David went. They see police.
Enema! Eddie is so good at being mean. That's incredible.
They see police approaching the mall and go to investigate. Rachel sees a shattered skylight. She and Axe enter the mall through the broken glass and find Tiger Jake bleeding out on the floor of the mall. He is still breathing. Popcorn Eddie.
Rachel orders Axe to demorph. She knows that she's not Axe's leader, but she also feels that someone needs to take charge while Jake is unconscious. Axe obeys, returning to his Andalite form just as an alarm goes off in a jewelry store. He leaves to investigate while Rachel demorphs. But it's a trap! Just as Axe departs, that diabolical little incel David, in the form of a lion, attacks Rachel. She gymnastics her way out of trouble, leading David to give up and retreat. As he exits the scene, Rachel screams that he'd better hide because Rachel is going to kill him.
See, and that's her first mistake. You never want to give up the element of surprise. You never want to say, oh, I'm going to get you.
Oh.
because then they go to the jewelry store.
I couldn't really follow what Rachel did with her gymnastics moves, but it did remind me of that one scene from The Lost World.
It's very,
I don't know The Lost World.
It's very Prince of Persia. It's very Assassin's Creed. So she's hanging on by her fingertips to like the edge of the balcony. You know how when you go up to the second floor of a mall?
Yeah.
She's holding on there because David like tries to get her. And then just as he tries to fucking like, long live the king, like Scar to Mufasa rip her hands off the edge. Yeah. She like is swinging her legs side to side to build up momentum and jumps 3 feet to the side, falling like some number of feet down also, and lands on a 3-inch wide beam with 1 foot and manages to then rebalance and stabilize and land her other foot. She's really fucking cool.
Yeah. I'm committing to releasing a short playthrough of Balance Beam. We wrote a song called Balance Beam for Rachel, and I think we got to put it out with this episode. Yeah. I think we just got to drop it in the Discord so all the Patreon people will get that. But it's like, it's so cool to see her
the Animorphs
back
musical
in the
that we've talked about for a very long
time. The Anidorksmusical.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. But
musical?
But
Morphsicle?
Fusicle?
Morphsicle. Ooh, I like Morphsicle.
Morphsicle is very good. I think that's what we're... And just when you think you know what it is, it changes. But I loved, like, this, like, the glass breaking, Rachel doing gymnastics in, like, this setting is, like, such a strong stage echo to, like, book 3, when Tobias was having his emo crash through the glass and Marco through the thing to break
while
the glass,
Rachel was on the balance beam.
Beam, and it's like it's incredible to get a moment that like is that is almost just like a somatic check-in point with how far we've come. That was very satisfying to read. A couple like super tiny details. There's a South Park reference in chapter 1.
I noted that as well.
Like, holy cow, the books have entered South Park. So like, if that is true, no matter how much time they said has passed, we have to then adjust that for the believability that Rachel could have made a South Park reference.
Yeah.
So I think we have to go back and our forensics team will like...
Yeah, because the book came out in 96 and South Park... Or the first book came out in 96 and South Park wasn't airing yet.
I thought South Park was later 90s.
Yeah, 99,
like
I think.
99, I thought.
Maybe her dad gets screeners or something, but that wouldn't happen for... I don't know. It also is a fitting book for it to happen. I feel like it's a little bit of like an on-the-nose reference for the fact that they killed Tobias, which immediately the book kind of walks back.
Just want to jump in. Debuted August 13th, 1997.
Fuck! Okay, but at least now we know.
And The Spirit of Christmas, the original short, was first passed around in 92 and then aired in 95.
Wow.
Which I think has a We Killed Kenny, or They Killed Kenny. I think that's in Spirit of Christmas.
I think that's a bit. I think that's probably been a bit the whole time. But that's crazy. So, but we know we're into 97 now.
Yeah,
so we can
definitely
age all
into
the
97.
Appropriately, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Axe again calls in as Aximili. Just want to note, he'd really prefer they call him that. And that's my note from 1, really. Other than that, he tells her everything, that she's supposed to come with him, all this stuff, and then he slips in that Tobias might be dead. Because I think he knew if he told her first, she wouldn't hear anything he said. Mm-hmm. In the beginning of chapter 2, as they're doing the check-in about what everything sort of is, she mentions that David's parents had been forced to accept the Yerk slugs in their brains. So this is a Rachel book. This is very much a Rachel book.
We have our theme of like non-consensual things.
A violation. It's gonna be all over it. And it's gonna be all fucking over it.
Yeah, so content warning now. Like if that persists.
Yeah, Rachel book typical themes.
I would plug your ears while listening to this podcast.
Yeah. Her dream is also just a little bit nuts. Like this whole like body dysmorphia thing kind of going on here, where she can't fit any of her clothes because she's an elephant, which just feels very resonant for being middle school, high school, wherever we're saying.
Yeah. But also that
That's
it's
true.
and like she's in the action of changing. Like she went in to buy the clothes. She thinks she's a certain size, which is 312, which is already big, but then she continues to grow until she's just pressing people against the walls.
Totally. Well, and I think that is like a metaphor. Like I read that as like the elephant is her in her war, like persona, and how she doesn't fit into her own identity. But also they did use very triggering dreams that I've had myself. As the context.
Also, I think it might be our one bit of levity the whole book is this opening
They
dream.
try to inject some levity later on, and it hurt.
Yeah. And then she has this moment where she goes, oh, but I tried to shove the sales lady, only then she wasn't a sales lady, she was a bird. And then she wakes up to find out Tobias is dead.
Yeah.
Well, and then she had woke up and realized she was eating her pillow. And then, oh no, it's not a pillow, it's Tobias. Oh God, he's dead. One of the things that I think is really also cool in this first 3 chapters thing, she does a cool tactical assessment that I think, Miranda, you briefly mentioned a second ago, where she's like sizing up the situation and getting ready for the boss battle. But she also like kind of acknowledges that she is going to be giving Axe commands. She kind of took the chain of command, which was just a very like cool automatic thing that is very Rachel to see. I don't know how that would suit the whole group if the whole group is there, but she like woke up to that responsibility, and that was like a very cool character note to hit.
I just want to add, do we think like this just is David so galaxy brained that he has planted this idea of an animal like theft ring in their heads from the first book of the trilogy so that they would assume he was robbing the jewelry store when the alarm clock went off?
David hadn't been born yet, Miranda. Like,
they just immediately, she was like, oh, he's probably stuffing a sack full of diamonds over in the jewelry store. She was not prepared for it to be a trap because she assumed he was robbing it.
Yeah. I mean, he's the worst. He's the worst.
He's terrible.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to, because it's such a big thing, we get this early in the book, Rachel wrestling with Y.
Yes, that's right.
Jake chose her.
Yeah.
And forced Axe to deliver this like black hood and this giant axe to her, brought it directly
said, would you like a sword or a scythe? What's your vibe?
Yeah.
I think scythe is traditional.
What's he going for?
Would you like to play a game of chess? And perhaps cheat?
Shall we away to chapter 4?
Let's do it. Let's do chapter 4. Rachel reunites with Axe before she can explain what happened with that hateful little Hork-Bajir hemorrhoid of a child. I wish that you could go back to middle school to be mean to people again, because you really excel at it. Hork-Bajir hemorrhoid of a child, David. The police enter the mall, realizing that the police will likely call Cassie's mother to take care of the escaped lion. Rachel and Axe morph into flies to eavesdrop on her assessment of Jake. As Rachel completes her morph, she reflects on the situation.
Tobias was dead. Jake might still die. And I was going to have to go after David. I was going to have to hunt him down. I was going to hunt him down and destroy him. No, not destroy. That was a weasel word. It was vague, meaningless. I was going to kill him. I felt sick inside. It might have been the morphing that was annihilating my internal organs and replacing them with the primitive organs of a housefly. Or it might have been the feeling that comes from rage and hate.
Rachel asks Axe why Jake sent for her rather than Cassie or Marco. Axe confirms Rachel's suspicion. Jake believed that Rachel may have to do a terrible thing to David. Rachel considers this information.
I don't know how that made me feel. I'm not a person who obsesses over her feelings. You know what I mean? Some people can't stop looking inward constantly, and that's not me. But it definitely made me feel strange. Jake had called for me specifically. because he wanted someone who would do precisely what I was planning to do. Like I say, I'm not big on feelings, but something about that felt wrong. And yet, as I completed the morph to fly, I knew Jake had picked the right person. See, I cared for Tobias. I don't think I even knew how much I cared till right then. But if David had killed him, I would have revenge. I would make Tobias's murderer pay. What do you think, like $300, $400? What do you think?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Like,
do we believe the police would have called the exotic animal vet for help?
No, not even.
Quick, call the exotic animal vet!
Yeah, or that tiger, yeah.
They just would have killed the fucking tiger. They'd have been like, looks like a mostly dead tiger. We better make sure it's all the way dead.
Yeah. The tiger would blink or its eyes would kind of flutter and they would just shoot it. They'd be like, it's alive! And they'd kill it. Yeah.
And then they'd like plant drugs on it or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For no reason.
The tiger was coming right at us. Another South Park reference. You can shoot anything you want as long as it's coming right for you.
Oh, it's been a dark life, you guys. Let's keep going.
I mean, Rachel says everything this chapter. You know, sometimes they say show, don't tell, but I think this was important to have her tell, that she's realizing what we've realized, that they go to her for the messy, violent things, and she's realizing what it might mean to her that she is the messy, violent person, and whether or not that squares with how she thinks of herself.
Yeah.
And if she was not the first one to realize it, I think she's coming to terms with the fact that Jake may have realized this about her before she'd even thought about it. Because as she said, she's not into introspection. She doesn't think about this usually. And then when it's like, Jake said, call Rachel, she starts diving into why Jake would say that, which isn't introspection. It's looking at someone else's behavior, and that causes her to pause and go, oh shit, do I need to look at myself? Am I the person who would kill someone? Is that wrong? Is that bad?
We should say,
I don't know.
Axe is often the person that kills people because he's got that wicked tail that can do some damage.
That could really do some damage.
Axe needed backup, and that doesn't really get, like, Axe was already on his own because, as Jake will say at some point, I think, he believes he knows there's a possibility he might die.
Yeah.
Like, and I think Rachel's right to think everything she's wrestling with here, but I know you wouldn't call, you're not going to call Cassie, and I don't think Marco would probably get into his head, right? Like, I
don't know.
Tobias, I think, should be called more often. But because he can
he's
morph
dead
again.
here.
Oh, well, true. Yes, that's a good point.
He couldn't call Tobias. I will say there's a part of me that thinks he called Rachel not so much just for the violence, but because of that very fact that when they thought Jake might be dead, she took control.
Yeah.
And he wanted to kill David. He sort of said that last book. He was in a white-hot rage and wanted to kill David. And I think if he thought to himself, if I die, David's not going to, I need to get the person most likely to kill David if I can't finish the job.
Yeah.
The plot magic that we're about to get into, I'm really excited to talk about because it is just wonderful plot glue to reset the tension and give us a playground to.
And you mean, of course, Marco being in the closet, right? That's what you're referring to.
No, that's even a little bit farther away.
Yeah.
Well, and also just we're about to meet some really folksy cops who
say
really weird stuff.
Shall we head to chapter 5 where we meet them?
Let's do it. I think it's time. Yeah. All right. Who starts this one?
It's me.
All right.
Rachel and Axe, both flies, hide in Tiger Jake's ear to eavesdrop on the cops. Yeah. Axe estimates that Jake has been in morph for about 30 minutes, meaning that they have about an hour and a half to save him and get him out of this morph. The cops call the paramedics, for some reason, who are able to stop Tiger Jake's bleeding. And then Cassie's parents arrive with Cassie to handle things further. Rachel thought speaks to Cassie, informing her of the situation with David. Her fear, she says, is that David will go after Marco next. Rachel and Axe reset their morphs on the roof of the mall. They overhear two cop controllers discussing the situation with the escaped tiger. They figure that the tiger may be an Andalite bandit, and because they do not think they can kill the tiger in front of everyone, decide not to tell Visser 3 about the tiger, as they may just get into more trouble. What?
The first time I heard that, I thought they were discussing it with the tiger.
That's how I just heard it.
Like, hey, buddy.
In the situation of the escaped tiger. Yeah.
Please don't tell Visser 3. Anyway, keep going.
Rachel reflects as she and Axe fly to Marco's house, Popcornetti.
I began to realize just how hard this was going to be. Visser 3 had been trying to wipe us out for a long time. He had thousands of human controllers, taxons, Hork-Bajir, spacecraft, and all of his own bizarre, deadly morphs. He never repeats a morph. That's one of his rules. We had just the 6 of us. Only, it was just 5 now, and maybe 4. Just us against a person who could become any animal he could touch. A person who could be any living, breathing thing. A flea in your hair, a cat in a tree, a bat in the night, and when you were unprepared, when you were vulnerable, a lion or tiger or bear. I was starting to realize why Visser 3 hated us so much.
Oh, man.
Now, what is this folksy wisdom, this folksy moment that you're talking about?
I don't know if it's wisdom, but the cops who are not controllers, they're like,
that sure is shooting is a tiger. That was a lie.
Yeah, like, what
That's a tiger. Frank, that's a tiger.
Hit the ball! That sure is shooting is a tiger.
What do we do with it?
It's hurt. Need to call someone, and I'll be wrecked if I know who. Just keep your weapon on it. It could still be dangerous.
See, they're setting up to shoot the tiger, and then they call their sergeant, who's like, I have just the person. I'm going to call our contact at the gardens. It's like fucking Pawn Stars. He's like, actually, I got a guy for this. You know what I mean?
Now, was this the Yerked cop? This was not the Yerked cop, right?
I don't think so.
I would love the idea that it was a folksy Yerk.
That'd be so good.
No,
but they'd have just shot
this idea.
Yeah.
There was some other part of one of these books, I think maybe later in this book, where someone was talking especially weird. And I'm like, I wonder if there are cases of Yerks who got like less good materials on how to talk. Because if aliens show up and they're like, how do people talk? And they see like, this is the slang of 1800s. Whoa, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. I had a similar, I said one way or t'other the other day, which is a thing
just
I'm
how
learning.
We know you're Yerk.
Well, it's a thing I'm learning only our father says.
One way or t'other. Well, I mean, it might not be knowing him. He just invents words.
He may have just made it up. And I said it to someone, and I was like, no, it's T''other, like the other. And they're like, no, I figured it out. It's weird. And I was like,
Yeah, but the thing about the other 2 cops, the ones that are Yerked, is like, now we are starting to see what has been being hinted at in some of our biggest books, which is further diegetic evidence that Visser 3 is losing or maybe never had as tight a grip on his people as we would have hoped.
That his violent control style is causing gaps in information because people are too afraid to come to him. It's like, you don't need to have an open door policy, but they can't assume their head will roll if you come to you with a problem. Like,
right. Well, and I mean, he kills people who do the right thing. Organizationally. Like, he's killing, that's what he's managing down, not up.
And we think Visser 1 is not like this, right?
No, she seems great.
She seems great.
I would love to work for her. Number 1 workplace.
No, actually, we kind of have to assume that she is like this, actually. Like, if we're being serious about it.
I guess.
Because, like, it doesn't seem to just be... I don't know. Maybe not. That's a good question.
I think she's this scary, but she's more competent in how she utilizes it.
Yeah.
She has glass submarine, so we know she probably has like open floor plan, which Chris, I know you're not a fan of.
Is Marco's mom Lois Lane?
The invisible jet, yeah. I do think though that she doesn't have an open door, but she wants everybody. It's like she's like, if you all are not going to have privacy, I'm not either. That doesn't mean you can just like come in here, but like you can see what I'm doing. It's fine. I want to pop over to Cassie's mom for a minute because she says,
let's talk about Cassie's mom.
Wait a minute. I know this tiger.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of ours. He's from the gardens. And, like, I know she's, like, examining him closely. But, like, how well do you have to know the stripe pattern of a tiger to, like, on sight, It's her favorite. This is her favorite tiger. And we've denied her of the possibility of a world with 2 of him.
Right.
You're right. They should not let Jake.
Every day.
Each hand, one hand petting each of them.
Yeah.
Then she'd be living her best fucking life. And we took that away from her.
Yeah.
My friend once wrote a song about how fun it is to pet 2 cats at the same time.
For some reason, I just imagined that so cute. Cassie's mom.
I'll put that in the Discord.
Cassie's mom arriving. She just gets around town by riding her favorite animals from the zoo. So she's just arrived.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's like what's a game where you can ride animals? I know there's a Harvest Moon where you can ride like ostriches. They usually you only got a horse, but they expanded it to like many other animals. It's like as long as it was big enough, you could ride any horse. I think it was Animal Parade. It's a good one.
He's my only means of conveyance.
But I guess I do spoil him.
Clearly you do.
We get Rachel also, as she flies off as a fly, she has to fight an urgent desire to land in the puddle of blood and take a taste.
Yep.
No reason to add that in there, but just
Also
like a gross.
Literally bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
The name of her metal band, for sure. Puddle of Blood.
Puddle
of blood.
Yeah. She fucking killed me.
I was about to make a really crass joke, and I'm going to make it anyway. It's Puddle of Blood is an all-menstruating cover band of Puddle of Mud that only performs while actively menstruating.
That's fucking incredible. I also, they had a particularly, they were kind of bad. I have a memory of their music being sexist.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was so small at the time. And I was like, I don't know.
Also, the beginning of that song, I swear to God, starts with the riff of the beginning of Tell Me More from Grease.
Yeah.
And also, once upon a time, many moons ago, when Cracked.com still had a budget and a team and was a whole thing, Daniel O'Brien was working for it. They did a thing where they made a bunch of live action videos. They bought a house and they filmed a bunch of videos in it. And it was 4 guys playing poker, 4 dudes in their late 30s, early 40s playing poker. And then one of them was oh yeah, no, I would try to talk to my ex-wife about it, but I can't do it. She fucking hates me. And then they all pause. And they look at each other, and then they sing in harmony, she fucking hates me. And they go, oh my God, guys, are we Puddle of Mud? And they realize that they just forgot they were Puddle of Mud. And I think about that video all the time, and I will try to find it. But
think about it all the time.
Were we on or off mic when we spent 20 minutes talking about
that Finger 11 song?
The one, yeah. Unfortunately, we were off mic.
Unfortunately, we were off
But we
mic.
did make reference to it in the last episode of Book 21. Because
and now
Chris,
we're making reference to it again.
Chris said something about, if I traded it all. And I said, but this time, maybe next time I won't walk on by.
Yeah.
But not this time.
All right. I think I'm going to commit us to this. I think we should do songs from our childhood lyric analysis. And people should send us songs that they love to hate from their childhood.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a little bit of extra time and we'll do
we can have a whole channel for this
dive.
We
have a whole channel on the Discord.
Yeah.
I love this idea.
Okay.
There is one thing I feel like we glossed over a little bit. It was actually last chapter. I just want to tack it on here. Or in one of the last group of chapters. I think it's chapter 2. Rachel actually doesn't stop to check for breathing in Jake. She just assumes he's dead.
It's true. It's true.
I know. And I just want to say, I don't think this is actually the most dire situation they've ever been in as Animorphs. At this very moment, I know they have a traitor in their midst, but I think that she's had more cause to believe that Jake has died at maybe not Jake, but other Animorphs in the series. Yeah. And she actually reduces the number of Animorphs. She says 5, maybe 4. Animorphs she's just so
You're right. You're so right. You're so right.
She's just practical. She's just
so practical. Her narration slaps so hard this book.
It's so good.
Yes.
It's so good. This book is it's so sad that it's such, I was loving reading it. I was basically trying to read anything but it. I was I don't want to see what happens to our children. I don't need to know.
Yeah.
If I never read it.
There was a part of me that before I read this, I did not know. And and for the listeners, some of you still don't. if we were going to have to watch them all die before this book ended.
Yeah, they would have just
there would be some
Rosario Dawson ripped us again.
Yeah, like
back
the
to some
Sario
other
rip
time.
or the Time
Elemist
Matrix or the
intervention.
Elemist.
Yeah.
Like there's so many ways this could end.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking I'm watching my kids die going, I know they're going to bring them back, but I'm watching them die, dude.
Right.
Like, it really
And
hurts.
we've seen it before, but only for laughs. And this just wasn't fun.
I know. I
Yeah.
think it's the time period. It really reminded me of that Halloween episode of Boy Meets World, where you watch the kids.
Oh
get
yeah, where
picked
they
off
kill everybody.
one by
They
one.
like parody
I don't
Scream
remember that.
lightly.
Really?
Oh, it was legitimately upsetting.
It must have been
Yeah,
an
I
early
remember
one.
that.
Funny, but also it did make me upset. Yeah, because you're.
Yeah, I was very upset
Yeah,
by it.
yeah.
It was like they were like had to stay after school on Halloween, and Mr. Feeney was there, and it was,
And dies.
then they kept but then they keep gaslighting themselves about it, like over. It's like they can't leave or something. I forget what.
Oh, maybe it did. I feel like a lot of shows have done that where they lock them in the school on Halloween and they find out there's like a ghost story about the school.
Yeah. It introduced a fear to me that I have in every used bookstore, which is at one point there's a stack of books on top of a bookshelf in a library, and someone in their party, I guess it's not a party, it's Boy Meets World, but the books
it's a
fall
party.
off the shelf and crush them, and now there's so many
I
used
always get that
bookstores
when
where
I
have this.
I always get that when I go to the book trader. Do you ever I love that bookstore, but that one I'm like, oh, there's something really heavy high up somewhere. I know it. And like with Animorph books, at least they made them small. But 64 stacked up, that's as tall as me. Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, they're not quite. They're not.
Not quite.
They're not
an
quite
inch
paint
thick,
an inch thick. You know what I mean?
You
There's
would
a Hamlet reference for the book.
There you go.
You would think if Rachel and Axe were inside the ear of the tiger, though, they would have a sense that Jake is breathing, right? Like you feel a pulse.
Oh, they know by then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
Just
they
making
do.
sure.
They hear it as birds. Like she's like, "Oh my god," and then Axe is like, "Let's listen for breathing," and she's like, "Oh right, we can just." I'm sorry, I thought he was dead. We can just listen for breathing.
Yeah, I actually already texted his mom.
Because then they say to Cassie, "Hey, by the way, you're gonna have to do something in the next hour and a half about Jake while your mom's watching. Apparently, you're just gonna have to figure it out."
It is amazing that the cops are like, okay, we called the exotic animal vet. They'll be here, but not soon enough. We should bring the paramedics in too just to stop the bleeding. Like, imagine.
Didn't know what was going on. I don't know if they just responded to the call to be careful. I have no
come on.
idea. I will
It's
say
not like cops know what they're doing.
I think they confirm the guys on the roof. There's something they hide behind something else, and it looks like there's multiple glass pyramids on the top of the mall. So this might not be the identical skylight to the one that was previously shattered. I think they might have multiple.
I don't think it was a full ass skylight in the first one. I think it was a window. It was just a window or something, but it wasn't. They didn't describe it.
But
as
still,
this, like,
I think they
huge,
have
beautiful
multiple like glass pyramids. Like they live in fucking
the
Vegas
Ritz.
or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And maybe everyone in this town, this city, just loves this zoo because we know it's a world-class zoo. So...
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Although, I'm thinking about it, and this isn't too doxy. There was a glass pyramid on one of our malls.
Yeah, it was definitely the style of the times.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was like their way of like, well, we could put a bunch of glass up there.
Yeah.
It'll
I don't know
look
if it
great.
was a glass. It was some sort of mirror reflector thing. I don't know.
It wasn't like a skylight, though. It was like out in front. It was like
Yes. Like the Louvre.
Yeah.
like the Louvre.
Louvre. And
Our
all of
local
our
mall is actually
went
the
missing
Louvre.
too.
Yeah, now they know.
Oh no, you doxed us. All right.
Okay, chapter
Chapter
6.
We're going to have to move from Paris. Chapter 6. Let's go. Eddie, take it away.
Chapter 6. The sun is just coming up as Owl, Rachel, and Harrier Axe reach Marco's house. Rachel can barely think, trying to hold the fact that Jake is dying and probably dead. And Tobias, long dead. There's a traitor in the Animorphs at the same time as the biggest mission that the Animorphs have undertaken. And on top of everything, Jake had asked Rachel to execute David. What did that say about how he thought of Rachel? One thing at a time, Rachel thinks. Right now, she just has to deal with murdering David. Rachel and Axe find Marco's bedroom window open. That seems strange, Rachel thinks, but she can see him through the window, asleep in his bed. She thought speaks with him, demanding that he wake up. He sits up in bed but doesn't answer Rachel. Rachel asks if he is alone, and Marco nods. Harrier Axe enters the window ahead of Owl Rachel. Just as he flies into the room, Marco reveals a baseball bat that he's been hiding behind his back and smacks Axe out of the air.
Oh.
Part of Axe's beak breaks off and goes flying as Axe falls into the yard below the window. David had morphed into Marco, Rachel realizes. One by one, David starts holding up fingers. He is counting how many of the Animorphs he believes that he has killed. Tobias, Jake, Axe. That means Marco is still alive. David had
David
said,
Marco. That's known as Darko.
David, yeah, I think that's canon now.
Darko Marco. That means Marco is still alive. David had said he would never kill a human. David flies through the window as a golden eagle. Rachel notices that Axe is still breathing in the grass, demorphing into his Andalite form. She decides to lead David away from there.
Follow me, David. We'll see who wins this aerial dogfight.
Brave words. You're mine. Just like that bird boy of yours was mine.
And that's when the pressure inside me evaporated. I was cold again, cold as a frozen lake. I knew what to do, and I wanted to do it. I shouldn't resent Jake for thinking of me, I realized. It's what made him a good leader. He knew us all. He knew me. For you, Tobias, I whispered, and I led David towards his doom.
Woo! Go, Rachel.
Yeah.
Fucking kill him.
Yeah, so she killed him. And then
she killed him. That's it.
Yeah.
There's
kill
a couple
him already, kill him.
There's a couple things I take issue with here. So David is sticking to his no killing humans rule, which he had initially when he
It's
said
like so low on the threshold of rules to have.
right? It's like no killing humans who are in human form is actually
It's
the
like,
rule.
I don't have 2 drinks before Wednesday, and I refuse to kill humans.
Yeah. It's like,
But,
does
like-
he think they forfeit their is he forfeiting his humanness when he morphs? I don't understand.
He seems to be saying that because, like, he did it with Tobias. Like, he broke this rule, but he knew Tobias as a bird first. And I'm not sure he ever met Tobias as a human. So, like, but then he's like, well, I know Tobias was a human, so I could kill a human as long as they're in morph. But then at the mall, actually, I'm pretty sure he tries to kill Rachel and he just doesn't succeed. And then he goes, well, that's fine. I don't kill humans anyway. And now he's choosing to stick to that. He's like, oh, fuck. I told Rachel I don't kill humans. I can't kill Marco. I have to just shove him in the closet. Like,
Yeah. What is his long-term plan with Barco? Like,
come back for him later tonight? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this is a terror campaign. I
Yeah.
mean, let's be honest. He is just terrorizing.
Oh, okay. Thought. If you were Marco, if you were a human who could morph and you woke up tied up in your closet, what would you do to get out of your bindings?
Come out of the closet.
You'd morph, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah.
You're right. Maybe he's only bound Marco because he's trying to
So
motivate him to...
Marco pulls off
Yeah.
the thing around his mouth, shouts, "I'm bisexual," and then morphs something that isn't tied up.
I think that's the obvious solution. Yes. Happy coming out day, everybody.
Eddie, you noticed something interesting that I didn't really think about at the beginning of this chapter, the middle of this chapter, when they thought speak to Marco, but it's actually David.
Yeah.
And you posited that maybe thought speak for groups is line of sight based, but I don't know. I feel like that doesn't quite. I feel like we've had them call out to each other non-publicly. When they can't see each other. So now I have this new thought that maybe it's like DNA based. So like he is Marco and she's calling out to Marco. Maybe it works because Marco's unconscious.
That's a good point, Miranda.
And
That's
like
a good
it
point.
would go to both of them if they were both conscious, but Marco's unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, how could you broadcast to one person is the question you're trying to... Because
Yeah.
if you don't know, it's like, how would you... Yeah. She
And
wasn't
so-
broadcasting. She said, this person gets my mind speak.
Yeah.
But she can see him through the window. But I feel like they've definitely done like thoughts spoke to each other when they can't see each other.
Yeah.
But the question is, have they private thought spoke to each other when they can't see each other? And
They
that I'm
definitely
not
have.
sure.
I think they definitely have. I can't think of a concrete example, but there have absolutely been times where they've been searching for each other while the other was in a tense situation.
Yes.
Right. I'm
Think
thinking of like the Oatmeal book where
Yes.
the last Rachel book where they're in the base and Rachel is walking around as a human, and
Anybody
one of them is
here?
flying around
Yeah.
as a bat looking for everybody, and they don't want to broadcast to everybody,
Yeah.
but like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Same book I thought
So,
of, too.
I don't
yeah.
know.
But it does help that Marco is unconscious, and also... But I don't think that... No, there's no way that Rachel would broadcast in this situation because...
No, because she's scared of
could be
David.
present. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it
Yeah.
has to be private, and so the only conclusion I can draw is that they didn't think about this, or that somehow you privately speak to the person that you're privately speaking to, regardless of if that person is morphed or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then in that, Marco should have gotten the message, not David, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's unconscious.
Or they both got
so they should
Marco
have both
heard it.
gotten them, but Marco couldn't wake up to respond because
Yeah,
he was hit
right.
with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Was he hit with a baseball bat?
I think so. Well, they don't say that. I assume he was because
You don't
he says he
recover from
knocked him out.
TBIs all
I
that
know.
Yeah.
This is the era
Right,
of
it was
television,
the-
though, where they used to just knock people out for a couple hours and like assume
Yeah.
that they'd be fine.
Everything
So-
was fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Marco's dad must be out on a date.
Or Marco's dad is on a date right now playing
no.
baseball.
Yeah.
And every time he hits a bird or
He
ball,
brought him home the
he's, like,
souvenir
getting-
bat from the game.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I
He
think
took David to the souvenir game and they bonded better than they had in years.
I don't think that anything that happens to, I think what happens to Axe here is scarier than what happened to Jake at the end of the last book. And yet we immediately see Axe recover from it, which must be deliberate because it was they were like, you can have the beak get knocked off if you immediately show him. They could keep us in suspense longer, but she shows us.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
I was very
anymore.
grateful, though, that I think because Axe was the one who reminded her to check that Jake was alive, she was like, I'm going to check that Axe is alive.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
she was
good
like,
point
oh, he's
you make,
morphing
though.
back. He's fine. But no, the beak is a much less important part of you than the carotid artery, from what I
Yeah,
understand.
but it's right next to the brain.
It's
I
just
know.
so,
and
it's Axe.
you scrambled that little bird brain. Yeah,
know.
Eddie's right. Make it stop. And I'll say, I didn't even notice that detail because this whole section, I was like, oh, something gory's going to happen. I'll just
You're
skip
trying
that
to
a
read
little
with
bit.
your eyes closed.
Yeah.
I think what you make a good point that it's more about the terror. It's less important that he's actually killed the three of them and more that he makes Rachel believe in that moment. He's getting in her head to make her feel like her friends are being picked off because he could, in short, he could be making sure that he's killed the right people and that they're actually dead, but he keeps exiting the scene and
Well, once he killed the hawk, he really didn't have any way to make sure it was Tobias.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
He just
A
thought
dead bird
speaks to
tells no
every
tales.
red-tailed hawk
Yeah.
he sees. Tobias? Just making sure.
and then with Jake, I guess he had to get out of there. Well,
Yeah.
except that he didn't because they were. I guess they were kind of hot on his tail, so
You
he
could
didn't
finish
know.
the
He
job,
knew he probably.
too.
I feel that way too. There was no reason he couldn't just jump on his head until he died.
This is where I think it's the power fantasy would end the second he kills them. I think it's and maybe he's already decided he wants the blue box.
Yeah.
So there's both those things where he could be just trying to keep them
You know what
alive
else?
to get the blue box. But I also just think he's kind of a sicko.
Yeah. But you know what else? He probably had to demorph and remorph back to lion to not be injured after the fall.
And he didn't want to get his paws bloody? What?
No,
And then,
I mean, that's the time he spent. The reason...
but I think he could have killed him. You take a couple
You're
more
probably
seconds.
right.
I think, yeah.
Is there also a chance that David, and I'm not saying this is a thought through idea, but truly David loses, even David, who at this point wants to hurt the Animorphs, in a world without the Animorphs, he's truly in a fucked situation. He is he has
That's
I think
Yeah,
he wants to
yeah.
hurt them and
That
also
one.
can't quite get to the point where he's what would I do without them?
Yeah.
he would be nothing without them. That's
He's
what
just
I was trying to
thrashing.
say.
Yeah.
Because that's what I meant by the power fantasy.
And I don't think that's
He
a
loses
complete
his
thought
audience.
in his head on any level or
No.
something that he would even think. But what would he
That's
do
what I
without
meant by
them?
he's a sicko.
Yeah,
He's
right.
a sicko, yeah.
You don't spend your life saying, I'm a sicko, what should I do today? You just think, oh, my pleasure centers are activated by terrorizing these people.
Yeah.
I'm realizing he definitely morphed human when he hid that alarm clock, because like the other version is that he went and found an alarm clock as a lion and managed to set it, which I'm just now realizing I was assuming happened.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's talk about that, because he could have done a digital clock. I think,
True.
And I think we have the boop-a-boops coming in while I'm saying all this. Could have done a digital clock. He could have done an analog clock and gotten the time just right. Maybe like pats at the hands to get them in the right location.
Oh, just imagine a sleepy lion waking up and hitting the snooze button. It's very cute.
Yeah. You know what? I like this David guy. Let's keep it.
Thanks for listening to Anidorks. We'll be back soon with lots more to say. Until the Andalites return, or at least until next time. See you soon!